Hey guys, trying to see what is going on here. Get on a few minutes early. I've been having some internet issues today. Everything's running kind of slow. So if you're on here, we got 3, 4 people on. 6 thumbs up. Thank you guys. JEC and me. Zenshint Shop. How are you, Mims? If you guys are reading me loud and clear, let me know. Because, like I said, we've been having some issues. Collars all popped up there. Everybody get on here. Just on a few minutes early. I know Max are still going, things of that nature. Got some crazy hair going on tonight. Yeah, what's going on, girl? Hope everything is good to go. We are doing good. I've been packing all day. JEC and me, Miss Emma. I have a little trip to go on tomorrow. Grammy Karen, how are you doing, lovely lady? Family? Hope you got. I'm telling you, them youngins, they should have come up to Northeast Tennessee and stayed a day or two with me. They should have. They should have. If they wanted to be in these Smoky Mountains, I could have put them right in there. I'm telling you, and if you guys are still looking to go in the Smoky Mountain area, you guys really do need to come up and spend some time, because we're in the exact same vicinity. We just don't have the big tourist part there. Yeah, come on, you're here. Come on up, we got you. Um, that's UNICOI or Carter County, Grammy Karen. Hey, She Bears Acres, how are you? Um, I know of 60 acres right now for $250,000, but it has septic, electric, and a natural spring on it that is pushing hard. But that's 80 acres, so that's a dang good price. But if you're wanting 5 to 10 acres, um, let me put the word out. So um, small pieces of property seem to be being a lot more expensive. That 5 acres and down are bringing big money. That anytime you get over that, they seem to start dropping a little bit, and then when you get to that 20 to 30 acres, they go up, and then if you get over 30 acres, they start going down again. Yeah, if it's the right price, I agree with you. And then the other thing is how much agricultural area do you need out of that? Is it just mountain land or what? TJ Miller, what's going on? I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm driving and I'm listening. She Bear Acres, concentrate on driving, and you're good to go. I know Mims is having some bad thunderstorms down her way. Um, Last weekend of August, you and friends leave. Okay. Good night, Zen Shop. Understood. Getting started late. We are only going for 1 hour tonight, guys. And I'll say that again here in a few minutes. I leave to go to Florida tomorrow, and we're doing a straight run down and a straight run back. We need some tillable land, flat land, woods, and cleared. Yeah, a good mixture of everything. Exactly, Karen. So we will get into that for you. But so yeah, we're going to talk about how to make money on the homestead, different ways of that tonight. We're going to read Psalms 23, which most everybody knows, and we will read through that because it's just a wonderful piece of scripture. Hey Sarah, how are you? Appreciate you coming in here. Um, so yeah, we are rocking and rolling with it right now. We are just trying to get some stuff done, trying to get everything going. I know Max is just ending, so I got on early because I wanted to make sure that our connection was good. It's putting off a little bit of a crazy light right there. Let's try that. Good. Hey, Ivan, how are you? Ivan, do you happen to know approximately when you guys are going to be coming up? What time period in September? I know that's when we had talked about. Yeah, Monday we lost huge. I mean, huge limb of our big. Whoa, that's no good. Hey, Elena, how are you, by the way, too? uh, Back to Rootstead. What's going on? How are you tonight? We jumped on a few minutes early because our internet's been going a little bit silly today, so we wanted to get in there. JEC and me, the big thing with that is with the restrictions that they actually have for age and stuff, if they did ever look into anything, I'm afraid that could cause some issues. But you're a moderator. You can always flag people for us. Emily Gross, how are you? We have event to attend in Wyoming on the 4th and 5th. After that, we are flexible. Okay. We may be going toward the end of October. We may be headed to Colorado for a few weeks. You need to Marco me, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Hey, Cecilia, how are you? There's you, Lena. How are you? My throat is kind of sticky right now. Not sore. I've been sucking on water here, but a little sticky. I'm doing good. We've been packing all day. We've got our trip. We got our marathon tomorrow. Me and Regal T-Type, Mr. Kyle from the Red Platoon live that we did here a few weeks ago. We are headed off. We're going to jump out early in the morning and head to Florida to pick up the truck. And we'll have that back, and we'll do a video on that and show you guys that. How is your mom and dad? My mom and dad are doing good. Safe travels to you. Yeah, thanks, Grandma Karen. We definitely need those. My mom and dad's anniversary is in a few days. 50 years of marriage. If you're watching right now, Mom and Dad, love you. Thank you. String Ridge Farms, how are you? Oh, you're good, JNC. You go ahead and do what you got to do. We're going to see where we're at. Let's see. I think we've got enough moderators right now. I think we got like 10 on right now, Emily. Simile Southern Roots, how are you? That's not saying anything against anybody. I just think we're probably modded up pretty good. Sorry. Sean of Alaska, what's going on? Hope you're enjoying this last part of the summer for you guys. It should start getting pretty cold here soon, I think, in the next 30 or 40 days. I'm glad you're blessed, Simply Southern Roots. So I've been thinking about making money on the homestead, and I've had a conversation with a few people over the last week or two, and I want to go into some things because there was some stuff that was mentioned to me that I think, yeah, it's been raining here all summer too, Sean. That's why I've lost 80 to 90% of the garden. I had a voluntary squash plant that came up, and I finally got a squash. See you, Jay. See you, Emma. Have a good night. Sleep good. So yeah, we got 23 on and 12 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up for me, guys. If you don't mind, as you come in, hit that out. That helps a lot. Been having a little bit of issues with my camera. My batteries have been giving me some issues in my camera. Not an excuse because I've got the other backup camera and I got my phone. That's part of what we're doing. Yep, just it. There was a raid done today in the morning down the street from my parents' house. There were 3 houses full of legal growing weed. Wow. Where did they live out? They live out west though, correct? Or am I wrong about that, Ivan? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We got a long day tomorrow. We got about 9-hour drive to go down and back. Yeah, so it's legal in California. They were just growing it without a license. Understood. So we'll see what happens with everything. We'll give it a few more minutes, and we're going to keep going on through here. Sorry about last week, guys, having to call it a little bit early. I just couldn't get my brain to work last week. It was not wanting to fire on all cylinders, and it's been a little weird. Yeah, you guys can reach me if you want to do snail mail through that P.O. box that Grammy Karen just posted. And you also can reach me on my email at privetchris94@gmail.com. For anybody that got contact on seeds, I still have more seeds to go through after this, but we got kind of tied up with getting this vehicle and stuff this week. So I didn't get the seeds sent out that I was supposed to on Monday. So they will be being sent out sometime early next week. So if you got a notification from me and I sent to you and you sent your PayPal payment, they will be going out next week. So just give me a minute on that. Sorry about it, but that's it. Getting started, Homestead. How are you? How you doing, bub? Um, but yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Um, like I said, there's a purpose for going through and doing the how to make money on the homestead thing tonight are just from some conversations that I had with some individuals that aren't necessarily on YouTube, but just with some other friends talking about some things that you can do and you can't do, and things you might want to think twice about before you do it. And we'll go into that here soon. I'm pouring concrete tomorrow, but I'll make time for you if you come through the area. Rehab Life, I will probably be booking it. Like I said, we're going to try to roll as fast as not fast as we can, but we're going to roll through and then come back. The area that we are going into is taking the coronavirus a little seriouser, more serious than others, and understandably so. It's a rural area. We've kind of already had the information put out that we're coming to the community, so they know we're coming, but we're coming and going. So we're going to hit it and head out. Hey, Joe, how are you? Not too late, just 10 minutes in. Hope ELYN is and you are fine. Are fine. I think that was supposed to be what that says. ELYN is with Nanny tonight because we're leaving out early tomorrow. So we are good. She's probably watching right now with her cousin Carly. So it's there. I would love to stop and see everybody on the way back through, but it just probably is not going to happen this way. Regal T-Type Kyle, if he pops in here tonight, he's got a brand new baby. So I was very fortunate that he said that he would run down with me to pick this up, because basically what we're planning is I'm going to do the run down, pick up the car, drive the truck back to Tallahassee Airport, drop off the rental, and then he's going to drive us back. So it gives us both, 9 hours isn't bad to get through and get done. Tag teaming up like that. So we should be really good and safe doing that. But we should get there, 7 to 8 o'clock, right before dark, get the truck and be on the road coming back before then. So hopefully everything will go smoothly. So it'll be good. Somebody asked me the other day how much money we got for going and get the truck and registered. We ended up with $264 is what we ended up with for going to get the truck. The registration was $380, and then insurance and stuff is going to be about $50 a month extra because it's a full size truck. I don't know. Anyway, not Mo, you're lurking here. But so yeah, so we really appreciate that. It really helped out a great deal with all that. And that's through everything we've done, not just for when they tried to do the truck thing. That's everything we've done for the last 60 days, I think, just through YouTube, what we've made off of YouTube and everything else. Are you coming to the picnic in Kentucky in September? I hope so, getting started on homesteading. I'm hoping that I can make that happen. Send me the information through my email if you can, please. And the reason I'm saying I'm hoping to is that we may have sold the house in South Carolina and we should be closing, but one of the lawyers at the law firm that's doing the closing and the title search got COVID-19 and is they shut the state, I guess, shut down the law office for 14 days of quarantine. So they got pushed. We were supposed to close the first week of September, and it got pushed a week to 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll be good to go on that. That would be awesome. Yes, it would be. Hey, Freaky Geek, how are you doing, brother? So yeah, I would love to come up for that. I love seeing all of my Kentucky family and everybody else that makes it in that way. So Mo Homestead will probably be on here about 10:30. That's usually when Mo pops in. She's in a different time zone. Um, well, Cecilia, we're hoping everything goes through and everything looks like it will, but I'm not I'm not counting any chickens until the eggs are hatched, which is good. So it's this pandemic thing that's holding a bunch of stuff up. So we just want to make sure that gets done. It's going to a very good person that's going to be able to get some good use out of it in the area, especially where it's at. So that's good. A fellow homesteader um, in this community. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it is somebody from the community, from the channel, in our chats and stuff. Don't comment a whole lot, but that's who they are. Hey, Chris, hope you have a safe trip tomorrow. I do too, Felicia. Um, we are going to Trey. Grace and guide the path to provide a safe and uneventful trip tomorrow. Thank you very much. The house in South Carolina, Joe. I own a house down on Savannah Lakes that I bought that I bought when I first retired. Um, Bought it as a hunting cabin. Was going to live half the year there, half the year here, and we still own a little piece of property. Me and my father do across the street, so we still can capitalize on that. But the state of South Carolina has screwed up so much on non-resident hunters that they've cut their own throat. Hey, Karen, how are you? Cut their own throats on that. You know, I don't mind paying equivalent or a little bit more to buy an out-of-state hunting license. Used to be it was $260 something for every license that you could have. Now it's like $380 for your basic license, and then you have to pay for each tag stacked on top of that. So it costs me more to go into South Carolina and hunt than it does to go to Colorado on an elk hunt. So therefore, that's why we've chosen this year that if everything's still calmed down, at least to the level where it's at now, that we're going to Colorado and going on an elk hunt during second rifle season, because the ability to go out and have the chance to harvest one elk that's equivalent to 5 or 6 deer, and meat that you will retain from that for $600, and you got your traveling costs and stuff, is so much better. And then you also have to look at, I can get a bear tag for $100 out there, and then small game and stuff as well. And it's a vacation for me. It's one of those things that it's a dream, guys. I have very few dreams for myself as far as things that I want to go do. I've been all over the world. Most of you guys have know that. I don't see any new names here, but in case there's somebody in the back, let me introduce myself and tell you who I am. My name's Chris. I'm a single father of a soon to be, and on the 24th of this month is my birthday and my daughter's birthday. We will be turning 46 and 7, and I'm a single dad. I raise her on my own 24/7, 365. With the help of my mom, steps in like this weekend and stuff to help out as much as she possibly can. And we live on top of a mountain, completely off grid in the Appalachian Mountains. So we raise our own chickens. We have goats. We have quail, which quail are useless. Sorry, Samson Farm, if you're on here. But we love doing what we do. We have a large garden every year. This year, we've lost about 90% of that. I still need to make a video for Mark from Rolling Homestead on the disaster that I've had this year, but I need to get that out there for you guys as well. So yikes, wish y'all luck on selling the house and elk meat venison. Just getting tasty venison probably. And remember, you mentioned that ELYN wants a homestead. Yeah, ELYN wants to go to Idaho. That's something she wants to do. We may change that up a little bit. But my dreams for myself are, I want to go on an elk hunt, I want to go on a moose hunt, and I want to go to Alaska for a large hunt. If I had things that I could do for myself, that'll be them. And hopefully, as ELYN gets older, we'll fulfill those dreams too. Which of you is 7? Hey, I'm telling you, sometimes I feel 7. Sometimes she acts 46. So, Casey, how are you? Ricky. Hi, Chris. Just wanted to let you know I haven't received the seeds for my students. I sent an email, but don't know if you received it. Casey, resend me another email. I have that there. I have you written down in the thing. I just explained a little bit earlier. We're leaving tomorrow to go get the truck that we were gifted. We've kind of got tied up into that, so I did not get those seeds sent out this week. They will be sent out by Monday, and I apologize for that. Just life has gotten us store up, but yeah, we will get you taken care of that. I know I've got your email and stuff in there, so you don't really have to send me another one, but just, hey, it's Casey kind of thing for me. And yes, we will get those seeds sent out to the students out there. Casey's going to be doing a large garden with the students. So let's see. Debbie Van Falzen, how are you? Sean is building his cabin in Alaska. Maybe go there for the hunt. Yeah, well, I tell you what, Cecilia, what I would love to do is hook up with Sean after he's been there for a while, because he's working through and getting everything there. I want to do one of the float trips where you actually go back, and then once you float to a certain area, then you fly back into other places. I don't know. It's just cool. We bought a minivan to be able to sleep in it when traveling. Awesome, Ivan. We'll have to convert that bad boy for you. When you get up here, we'll do some work on that. We got tools and stuff, and we'll put the bed and some cabinets and sink and solar and everything else on that bad boy. Just let me know. So, but yeah, so that's the plans. We've been kind of swamped this week. Rockin' Illinois. Oh, we're already 15 minutes. J Love Adventure, how are you doing? Let's read some scripture real quick. We're going to be reading Psalms 23 today, and most people know that. Let me get to it. Once again, for those that aren't here usually, sometimes this can be painful to listen to because I've got severe dyslexia and it's kind of crazy. I-70 west of Denver is shut down due to wildfires. Prayers for everybody involved. Yeah. She Bear Acres, are you in Colorado? Country Homestead Preacher, what's going on, my brother? Oh, no, we're not, Ivan. Oh, no, we're not. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. Somebody keep track of She Bear Acres' answer to me while I read scripture. All right, so Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right path. For his name's sake, even though I walk through the darkest valleys, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Guys, that's one of this. If that does not let you, it just nobody needs to say anything more. That is one of the most beautiful chapters in the Bible, in my opinion. I think that it just says everything that the Lord is going to do for you. It has done for you, will do for you. And it puts us where we're at. And I love it. So just read that chapter anytime you need a little uplifting. We are trying to keep it multi-use so we can put seats back and have fasteners when needed. We got you covered, Ivan. Just get here. And I am a truck driver, so I'm all over. Yeah, that was it. That was it. She Bear Acres. I understand now. Do we have anybody on here from Colorado? Is there anybody in here lurking or anything that's from Colorado? Not necessarily wanting anything from you, just trying to see if I go, I'm probably going on my own. I will probably be doing a solo hunt in Colorado. It's crazy. No big deal. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss him. So excited about your gifted truck, and hope you have an amazingly safe trip. Yes, Casey, thank you very much. Heirloom Permaculture in the house. What's going on? Just able to pop in and say hello. I appreciate you doing so. That is such a reassuring passage. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it is. I mean, Psalms 23 is probably, if you need to read just something quick that will uplift you and assure you and just reconfirm what's going on. It's there. Hey, Rachel, what's going on, girl? Haven't gotten to holler at you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Your nephew is in Denver. My father helped build the E-Trade Bank, the one that looks like the big whistle or cash register downtown Denver. So pretty cool. We lived out there in 82, like 82 to 84. We lived in Denver. I think it was that long, year or two. Rattle Family Lawns, how's it going? I'm glad you did. Gatlinburg, Tennessee in the house. We love Gatlinburg. It's a great area. Just having some fun. So let's get into subject, guys. Let's get in there. I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm going to get to rambling and stuff. And if I missed you in here, I'm sorry. But we're going to talk about how to make money on the homestead, and not only how to make money on the homestead, but why you don't want to do certain things. So one of the things you have to look at is livestock within itself, how you can make some extra money off the homestead. So right now, chickens, fertile eggs, selling just eggs for eating, and then selling fertile eggs for hatching off and selling chicks. Chickens can make you so much money all the way around the board, especially in a bad time when you're using them for barter, because now you're going to get so much more than just market value on them. I know if you buy free range eggs here that are organic, not being fed a bunch of crap, here in this area, it's about $3.65 to $4 a dozen. But if you step right over the mountain, literally 20 minutes over the mountain, and go to a farmer's market toward Asheville, they're like $7 a dozen. It's amazing how that goes. I guess a printing press, you could make some money, freaky geek, off of that, depending on what you were printing off, I guess. Make money. Yeah, I don't think money's going to be that big of a deal. I think that's one of the things that you will see is part of the coronavirus and the things that are happening politically right now, is that I think our dollar is getting ready to crash. That's why you're getting limited on coinage, because coinage actually has some value. Paper money has none. So keeping nickels is a good one. Nickel has actually got value, in a nickel coin is actually got value. So if you want to keep modern coinage, that's what I would suggest to you to get, is to buy rolls, $2 rolls of nickels and put them up. They at least have some value in the nickel that will surpass that of some of the new one. Mama's Eats Texas Kitchen, how are you? So poultry, I think, is probably for most every homestead, every city-stead, every small area, poultry is probably, in my opinion, the easiest and the number one way to make money off of your homestead, because it doesn't take a lot of space to raise them. So when you're talking about that, that's a good one. Your garden can produce some good funds too, but you have to have the space to raise enough to be able to barter or sell or get a value from that. So I think the poultry is actually even bigger than your garden. Costs more than a penny to make a penny. Yep, it does, Rehab Life. We'll talk about some of that here in a little while, after we talk about means of making money. One of the ones that was mentioned in this conversation that I was having with this individual, and I had to explain it to them, was we are purchased guaranteed hens. We now have a slew of roosters, hoping there are some girls in the group. Yep, got you, C. Dean. Hidden within myself. Hello, hello, hello. So, and I'm gonna stop reading these over here. So chickens, I think, are number one. The one that we talked about that is a wonderful idea, but you have to think um, top of the chart, even $1 would help. Um, when you're talking about the ability to make money on the homestead, this one was brought up, and I really had to have a conversation with this individual because it's twofold, and that was reloading ammunition. Ammo is going to be gold. So if you can have some powder and some brass and some lead and stuff put up, and yeah, ducks are great. Any poultry is going to be great. Um, if you have a loading press and you can press off and make common caliber ammo, have bullets and rounds and powder and everything put together and primers, and have a stock of that put up, because right now you can find some of that where you can't find a lot of ammo. But but I don't think it's a good idea to barter and trade with ammo. And here's why. If it really did get to a point of the shit hits the fan, excuse my language, if it gets to that point, do you really want to give ammo to someone else unless you absolutely know who that individual it is? So maybe you have some that you can do for yourself for safe self sustainability, or that you can trade to friends and family and people that you know you can trust without any doubt, no doubt whatsoever. Um, that one I think is something that you have to take into consideration. Um, Jed, I'm talking your language, but when you start talking about ammo and you start talking about guns and stuff for trade and barter, you really have to look at the other side of the coin, because when you're looking at that to do, you trade it off to the wrong person, then they come use them against you and they take everything that you have. So you have to be real cautious. I think it's a good backup plan to have back in the back for your family, but I don't think it's a good barter plan. Someone mentioned bread here a second ago, I think. Hey, Denise, how are you? Kyle, how are you? Um, when you're looking at stuff, um, you need to understand that it needs to be sustainable. So, bread and donuts, bread, pastries, anything that's going to be sweet is going to be a delicacy at that time, and will be able to be tried pies. So if you can do that, where you can raise grain, if you're in an area where you can raise grain for flour or corn, and you can mill that and do things of that nature. That one is a wonderful. Another one that I would put right up there with poultry would be flour, and then being able to even take that flour and convert it into baked goods is huge. I mean, you could build a large sun oven, like some of the big sun ovens that they have, where you can bake with just the sun, hundreds of loaves of bread at a time. Now it takes some work and some engineering, but it's definitely something that I would think you should see. Um, Hidden within myself, seeds are a good one, but you have to know how to do those, and you have to kind of build up a reputation for those as well. Another one is bees. If you can get bees built up, then your honey and stuff, the bees themselves, the honey, the wax, all of that is going to be something that you can sell. What I would suggest is to have, if that's part of your plan, is to have half pint jars, to have small jars that you can put together, because not a lot of people are going to be able to afford a pint of honey. Not a lot of people are going to be able to afford a quart of honey. And to be able to barter and trade, guys, you got to remember small amounts. Silver and gold are always good to put up and have to trade. So, when you're going through and you're doing stuff like that, keep things in mind. You don't want to barter something that's going to hurt you, and you don't want to barter something that's going to ruin your reputation later on down the road, because now you're building up a reputation. Um, so you gotta look and understand where you're at with making money. You can make candles. Candles making would be a great one. Soap making is one that I know a lot of homesteaders do. That would be good. I'm trying to watch some of the chat as well, so I keep getting sidetracked. So the soap making, where you can use goat soap and things of that nature, natural herbs and wild edibles and stuff. into that. Cooking itself, if you have chickens and stuff and you can be able to do that. Sewing's another great one. You're going to be able to do that, but that's going to require you to have large amounts of material on, or a source to be able to get that someplace. So you have to stock up certain things. If you're a really good sewer, learning to sew by hand or having a foot pedal sewer, if you learn how to do that stuff, then you need to have whatever it is. Mechanics, yeah, mechanics and leatherworking and machinery and stuff, knitting, any of that type of stuff is going to be great. What you have to understand about certain parts of that is now you have to understand how it's going to apply in the crap hits the fan scenario. So as a mechanic, if you're just a basic auto mechanic, you may want to take up some skills on some small engines. You may want to take up some skills on diesel motors and tractor motors, and getting your skills, instead of just being able to know how to work on a Ford or a Dodge or a Jeep, which is Dodge, a Chrysler project, but being able to look and say, okay, well, if it goes to a bad spot, there's not going to be that many vehicles that far out, but the vehicles that are going to need to be maintained for a source will be your tractors, your smaller motorcycles, your four-wheelers, things of that nature. So if you want to look at that stuff, please think about a little bit outside of the box when you're doing it. Let me read. There's a bunch of comments going on there. As I swear, I already hoard patterns and fabric and within myself. That's awesome. Remember you want to, like, camouflage patterns and natural plaid colors would be great, because they work in so many different ways. Remember the materials that you want: high denim, the ripstock nylon and stuff of that nature, wool, those materials that are going to last for a long time and help people out. And now I see people with arms on fire. Yeah. Okay. How's this? I was told 15 years ago that whiskey is a great thing to barter. I've been hoarding whiskey for 50. Whiskey is a great one, but I'm going to tell you what I think is different. Whiskey is for consumption only, whereas if you put up vodka can be used as a disinfectant, which we've seen during this pandemic. Vodka can be sold by the drink, things of that nature. But I think all those are part of what the problems are now. But alcohol, in clear alcohol, Everclear, vodka, things of that nature, can be used to make vanillas, for cooking, for lanterns, for running vehicles, for many things of that nature. So before you go to the brown liquors, go to the white liquors. Hey, what's going on? 180 degrees from average, my dirt brother. CD, you mentioned tinctures. Having municipal herbs and wild edibles is a good source of income too. But I actually was told by a homeopathic doctor that is strict homeopathic doctor, that tinctures actually don't work except for in about 2% people use them in, because the alcohol actually breaks down the medicinal properties of most everything you put in. Like if you make a tincture with chaga, it actually takes more of the medicinal properties away than it enhances it. What you're getting the effect through tinctures is the actual alcohol that absorbs in your body and gives you a temporary source of relief for a cough or something of that nature. So it's not actually helping you, it's the alcohol doing its effects, versus that. Now, there are a few things that the alcohol does pull out and enhance when you're wanting to draw a certain thing out of something. So tinctures are something you need to do a lot of research on. Not just do them because everybody else is doing a tincture. Look into what that actual tincture is being made with, and as if it's giving you a benefit or if it's not. I love knitting, have a lot of yarn. There you go. I saw somebody else pop in here. Chris, what's going on? Plain speaker, what's going on with you? I sell chicken tractors from time to time. There you go. Carpentry skills, electronic skills that are involved with like 12-volt systems and 24-volt systems. Knowing how to do wiring at that level is there to look at and to do. I'm not good at it yet, XD. When you're doing stuff, that's why you want to start practicing now and having ability. Mending clothes, not necessarily sewing clothes or anything else, but mending clothes. Um, Stonework, that's another good one. Roseworks, how are you? Um, I'm not much of a liquor person for consumption, but for medical use, it's good stuff. Absolutely. And that's where you go into having that. There's nothing you can do with whiskey that you can't do with vodka. So all your tinctures, all your hot toddies, all your medicinal purposes, the white liquor or spirits does better than the dark spirits. So just keep that in mind when you're buying that stuff. And you can buy a good, cheap vodka for $14 a liter in some cases. I that's one of the things that I put out and put up. Um, Being able to butcher and process animals. That is another huge way to make money. Is not vodka made from potatoes? Can make vodka, yes. That is a moonshine. Knowing how to distill and make your own liquor and beers and stuff like that. That's another good one. We have 26 birds. We'll know within the next 2 weeks how many are hens. Swapping out roosters for more hens. There you go. Can be made from potatoes. Yep, it can be made from potatoes. You have to know what you're doing when you're going there. So when we're looking at that, those small skills that you can have are going to be huge things. Being skilled as a lawyer and having ability to be able to argue legal battles is not going to help you in a shit hits the fan scenario. Not beating up on lawyers. I'm just saying it's not going to do their medical skills. Having an EMT license, going and taking some CPR courses, going and learning how to be a firefighter and how to do certain things like that. Um, Understanding how to put in solar power system because there's going to be some places we can snag those from and stuff. Um, Being able to look at all that, how to make biodiesel is another great one, but at some point in time, that's going to run out. Um, so when you're looking at all that stuff, that's what I want you to consider is number one, can I do it fairly easy? What's my turn rate on it? So for instance, like with chickens, do I have enough chickens going in and coming around, going in and coming around, going in and coming around that I can process and handle and make a steady income? Or during that season, I can make enough income to support me in trade or cash to support me for the long haul. I think goes hand in hand in this. Let's talk about silver and gold. It's not necessarily an income, but it's something that you can buy now. I was on Kitco, Amco, and a couple of other JM. I buy silver and gold myself. I was looking at those the other day, and you can't buy hardly any type of fractional gold right now. I think I found on Kitco, I found fractional 1 gram gold coins that were sold 25 grams, which is 25 small 1 gram coins. They're smaller than your pinky fingernail. For like it was way over spot, but it was still not a bad price for fractional gold. If you're buying gold, I suggest buying fractional 1 gram or more. That doesn't sound like a lot, but that's why a lot of your big gold coins were cut down and aren't in existence, and why they're so expensive on a numismatic value was you have to cut a gold coin so many times to trade or use it for barter in those situations. Silver, you don't have to do that as much. So if you can buy junk silver and you can buy it's dimes. What you want to look for in junk silver are dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars. Pre-64, 1964 and back are going to be 90% silver. Then you can get in your half dollars and your silver dollars for a couple years that have 40% silver value in there. But you can't find a lot of it. It used to be on Kitco, you could buy $100 face value for like $1,100, $1,200, but you can't even find any of that now. So I also make portable gardens from used gutters and pallets. Yeah, there you go. Knowing how to garden, having skills to grow for someone else that doesn't have skills. So in other words, bartering out. So you have gardening space and someone else has more mountain land that they can run goats and cattle on. Having that ability to trade out and go with that way. Copper's another good one, but I would buy scrap copper more than I would like copper rounds, and it's not that expensive. But I would have like any copper pipe that you can find, any copper wiring that you can find. Don't go sell it for scrap. Keep it. Have it stripped and burnt and put away, because those are things that you can use. And if it's good wire, don't strip it and stuff. Keep it because you could use it and people will buy it for running coils and making different things. I don't know what the value on copper is right now. No, copper isn't worth more than silver. Copper has a value, though it's a good conductor. Yeah, so when you get to that point, when you're talking about modern currency, the reason you want to buy nickels is because nickels actually have a purpose. They still have nickel in them. So buying those nickels that are, I think it's pre 2000, nickels before 2014, I think, are still mainly nickel, and they're still out there and sold at the regular value. So, hey, Mark, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Christy Atkins, how are you? Um, uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, Joe's talking about being able to make tequila and stuff, being able to grow the right crops. You can make a solar panel from copper, not as efficient, but you can make a solar panel from it. Yeah, you can make a bunch of conductive situation. Having the skills and the knowledge of how to do that, solar heaters for your home, knowing how to construct those from, there's going to be lots of junk, guys, lots and lots and lots of junk that you can use. Denise, how are you? Um, you can look. Copper is amazing because it's pliable and you can hammer it out and you can work copper pretty darn easy and you can use it for a lot of things. Pelts and trapping and stuff, yeah, absolutely. Fishing nets, being able to do that. A lot of people will tell you that being able to provide meat, being able to go out and hunt and fish for stuff, that is true. But what's going to happen at that point is you're going to be depleting your resources around you a lot better. So I would actually take an aggressive stance to someone hunting in my area, in my vicinity, where I'm trying to survive, hunting for trade and barter. I would have an issue with that. Hey, Duncan 1900, how are you? So yeah, that's what I would look at on those things, um, and understand where you're at. So copper's at about 220 right now. Rehab Life says. I think silver's hovering around 29 right now, and gold's at like, what is it, 22, about $2,200. So it's all rising. Um, so it's there. Chris, you have to email your address so I can send you the horseradish. I sent it to you, Mark. I sent it to you, but I will send it to you again, here shortly after I'm done. We're going to end up cutting this in about 10 or 15 minutes, guys, just because we're going to get the new truck for all those you that come in. We read Psalms 23 tonight. Go back and read that most uplifting chapter in the Bible, in my opinion, if you just need a little bit more reassurance. But we're going to get the truck tomorrow finally. So we have to get up real early to go to the bank, go by and pull the title and get everything done we need that way. So we're not jumping off yet, so don't start saying your goodbyes, but that's kind of where we're at, so you don't get upset as we're getting off here in a little bit. I would build secret wireless system that have relays that are hard to trace. Ham radio operators, if you can figure out a way to do that, communication is going to be big. But you also have to have other ham operators that are someplace else. By being able to deliver messages and stuff further ways, it's going to be like telegraph. I was struck by lightning today. That was interesting. You were struck by dirt. You were struck by lightning today. Are you okay, Mr. Ethan? How did that turn out for you, buddy? That's not good. That's everybody's asking if you're okay. He's okay, guys. That is crazy. Oh wow. Everybody's just as shocked as I am, Ethan. You'll have to text me and let me know about that one. Um, so So yeah, so those are some simple ways that you can make money off the homestead. Art and being able to craft certain things are really good. Hey, Papa Pepper, what's going on, my brother? I have to go grab something real quick because I have to share this with y'all because it's amazing. Lawrence saw it arc over to me. Oh, it was an arc, got you, but that's crazy. Give me 2 seconds. Don't run off anywhere, guys. I'm coming right back. I have to run about 20 feet over and grab something. All right. Might want to give it away real quick. Sorry about that, guys. So we're talking about barter and stuff. I'm going to share some barter with you that I did. You guys know, let me see if I missed anything. Your ear was kind of numb. That's crazy. All right. So about a year and a half ago, and knowingly that it was going to take this long because of what it is and stuff, I had some fallow deer hides that I had bartered for at a powwow and ended up with them. Or actually it was a Facebook trade blanket, and we had traded some stuff off, and I got some fallow deer hides, and I had traded them to a gentleman. Some things happened. He got really sick. A friend of mine ended up needing the hides, and I ended up having her. And it's Red Thorn Bushcraft. You guys have heard me tell you that his channel's on here. If you haven't went and saw his stuff, he does a lot of blowguns and bushcrafting stuff. But Red Thorn Bushcraft. Anyway, it's his wife, Kendall, that made this stuff for me. So I bartered with her with the fallow bag deer for this possible bag. Now, you want to talk about leather work and cloth and things like that and being able to make money. She made me this possibles bag. Any of you guys that are into traditional backpacking and stuff, you know what that is. It's like a bag you carry all of your gear in for your muzzle loaders, or you make a little bushcraft bag out of them. But it's real plush. This is soft as can be. It is absolutely amazing. It's there, but that's not what I brought down to show you. That's part of what I brought down to show you. Absolutely beautiful. But about a year ago, I had an old double barrel Mantis Damascus barrel shotgun, and my buddy Ken, who is one of my best friends, wants it to convert over and do some work too. And anyway, he's going to do some stuff like that. So I kind of lied to him and told him he couldn't have it, and then traded to Kendall, his wife. In trade, she does amazing art and woodwork and things of that nature. So I'm going to show you guys something that's been a year in the making, and I'll explain to you why it took almost a year to get done, but was worth every second of it. So this is my new bushcraft knife. I had found a bear skull. This is a bear tooth that I had given her to help out on. This is one piece of burl, and this is the knife. This knife, I don't know if it'll do it justice if I can get it to adjust, but the knife is textured by carving. I don't know if you can tell that on there that much. This is a Viking Healy. It's a Healy blade. It's the Viking. It's a carbon blade, Scandi grind, full tang. And these, we had bought these as a group together, and it is absolutely amazing. But this is one piece of burl wood that she took, and she used this knife and another knife that she made to carve this entire handle, sheath, the whole 9 yards. It's been split down the center, and it is going, I mean, and then the leather work in between, and it goes and slides back together, and literally it's not going anywhere. And this dangles from your belt. If anybody doesn't know a traditional strap belt, so you run it through and this hooks through your belt, and then your knife kind of dangles. So This is going to be an heirloom. This will be passed down and everything else. Guys, with no exaggeration, I would say if you went to buy this knife, it would cost you $600 or $700. Just because of the way she did everything. If you go over and check out Red Thorn Bushcraft, he has some links to his Etsy page and stuff. Now, Ken makes knives, he forges knives, and he makes some high-end slingshots. So if you're a slingshot person or want to learn how to make blowguns or sling bows, or not sling bows, but slings, if you want to learn how to make slingshots or shoot slingshots, go check him out. He's got a lot of blow dart stuff on his channel, Red Thorn Bushcraft. If one of my moderators are on here, if you can post that link for Red Thorn Bushcraft, I'd appreciate it. But I'm so happy with the outcome of that and things of that nature, which I told her I didn't need anything. We gift stuff like that to each other, like porcupine quills and feathers and pieces of material or hides, or we'll trade on stuff like that. It's just amazing. So let me see if I missed anything over here. Slingshot. Duncan, go check out his slingshot. He's got an Etsy page. Now he's got slingshots from about $60 to $70 up to $300 and $400. But when you see the $300 and $400 ones, you're there, and you'll understand why they cost the money that he did. But I watched him shoot 75 yards off my front porch at a groundhog target about 12 inches high and 4 inches wide, and hit, if he missed by inches, accurately. So just craziness to see what's going on with all that. So porcupine quills and feathers, eagle or hawk feathers, Chris. Joe, you're not allowed to possess eagle feathers unless you're Native American in the States without a certain license, or hawk feathers. It's a predatory bird, and you're not allowed to own those. But I have a friend that owns a zoo, so we get a lot of cool feathers from out of there that I trade and do some stuff there. Thank you, Papa Prep Pepper. I appreciate that, brother, and I appreciate you being on here tonight too. I've not been able to keep up with many people here the last 3 or 4 months with doing anything, but thank you for posting that. And if you haven't went over and checked him out, Papa, he's right up your alley, my brother. You will definitely grab some wealth of information from him. So please go check him out. He's small channel. I think he's up to like 69 subscribers now. So I'm going to ask you, I'm telling you that it's the knowledge that's in this man's head needs to be spread all over. So if you can go over, if you can share his site with other people, if you can go over and grab it and share it on Facebook, please go do that, because not only because he's one of my best friends, but him and his wife and his daughter are amazing. His daughter, who is 10, decided when her mom left to go to work during the pandemic that they had just got told that they were going back to school. She hand sewed her dress to go back to school for the first day going back to school, and it looks like it came from a showroom floor. It is awesome. Lundy, what's up, my brother? Good to see you on here, man. Father Eagle gave it to me as a child. I held on to it, theoretically speaking. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we can pretend that. We find them here too. Hawks all the time when they get hit by cars and stuff and crushed. You can go through certain processes to get them, but you're technically not allowed to own them. It's like with bear stuff. I've got the skulls laying outside. It's a skull. If you find stuff like that, you can keep them. If you harvest a bear, you're not allowed to sell parts, but you can gift like claws and teeth and stuff like that. You can gift them, but you're supposed to write down your license number and stuff for them as well, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty interesting to see how that works. C-Deem, Kendall makes stuff. She beads. She does pine needle weavings and baskets. She does everything. It's amazing. There we go again. There's Red Thorn Bushcraft, and if you go to him, he can give you links over to see Kendall's. She's got an Etsy page too. She does some of the most beautiful beadwork, traditional quilling beadwork that you've ever seen. So check that out and see. I missed something that Joe said there. Well, he passed. Okay, gotcha. And yes, I'm thankful it wasn't worse. Lawrence said our power distribution box locked like a Tesla coil. Looked like a Tesla coil arcing. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a close call, but that shows you why you're made of dirt, Ethan. That's why we're made of dirt. God takes care of those who truly are made of dirt. I recently shared a video of basket base making from pine needles. Freaky Geek, share that again. I'll try to catch that one. That's some amazing stuff. Grow corn beds and can use them for beadwork. Is it? Yeah, got all kinds of wonderful things that are out there, guys. I don't mean to end this short because we're right in the middle of a great conversation and stuff. Um, but I'm gonna get off of here so I can get rest tonight. I already am packed up and stuff, but I need to get rest so that I can drive tomorrow. Hey, Considerate Joy, how are you? I'm gonna jump off here so we can make the trip that we have to make tomorrow. So I'm gonna end it here. Um, God bless. Live with what God gives you. Say a prayer for safe travels and that this truck doesn't give us any issues on the way back. And I really, really appreciate everything that all of you do. Diana, how are you? I didn't see you on here a little earlier, but please, please, please keep us in your prayers. Thank you for all the birthday wishes and cards that we have received and all of that. But once again, God bless and live with what God gives you. We're out of here.